In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 5 easy ways to get more sales for your Amazon KDP books. Hello, my name is Ben McCreaney, and if you haven't been to this channel before, I make videos on how you can make a great passive income, making and selling books on Amazon KDP. And if that sounds like something you like the sound of, then please subscribe to my channel, leave me a like, and hit that notification bell. Okay, so let's just get straight into it with point number 1. Making it easy for people to buy. Now, this may seem pretty obvious to you, but actually, if you go onto Amazon and you have a look at some of the books that people have published, you will find that they are missing quite a lot of opportunities, okay? And the 2 ways that they are missing these opportunities is visually, how the book is actually displayed on Amazon, how it looks when you click on that book page, okay? And how people actually get to their book. So let me just touch on those 2 points. So when you click on your Amazon page, you've got the book cover, okay? That's something that you need to have. And you've got the book description, right? Okay, so those 2 things you absolutely need to have. But what you can have is you can also have A+ content, which is a way that you can put on extra images onto your Amazon book page, which increases the conversion rate of that particular book. Now, on your A+ content, you can have extra benefits. You can also have pictures of the core audience. For example, if you have a kid's book, you could have a picture of a child holding your particular book, so people can see that and be like, okay, well, this is perfect for my child. If you had a fantasy book, you could have a picture of an elf fighting a dragon or something of that kind of nature to sort of get people bought into your kind of world in this particular example. But there are further opportunities to increase the conversion rate of your page. One being editorial reviews, okay? So if you have yourself an Author Central account, you can add editorial reviews to your Amazon book pages. And what I like to do is I like to hand pick my best reviews that people have put on my Amazon book page and put that in the editorial reviews section, okay? And what I'm basically doing is drawing the attention to the potential browser of my best reviews. I am basically picking my best reviews and putting that straight in front of the potential browser, okay? And can you see how powerful that is? Because as someone scrolls down, the first thing they see in the editorial reviews section, boom, exactly what I want them to see. And while I'm talking about Author Central, that is a great place to put on things a little bit more about yourself, about your brand, if you are kind of like a publisher, like a low content publisher, or if you're an author doing kind of fiction books or non-fiction books, you can put some kind of credentials in there, or you can put a little bit about why you write and so on and so forth. You can even put in things like your website and your social handles if people are interested to then go and find you on the web. But that's only the first part of making your book easy for people to buy. The second one is how can people get to your book, okay? Now, the best thing that you can do here is to create a universal book link. And I'll put the link here of how you can do that. So it's booklinker.com, I believe it is. All you've got to do is put in your Amazon address there and it will create you a universal book link. What the universal book link does is it takes anybody in the world to the correct store, okay? So if I was in the UK and I clicked that button, it would take me straight through to the UK store, so I can one-click buy, and that's what we want. We want to make it easy for people to buy your book, okay? Okay, so let's go to number 2. Emotions and feelings are your salesperson, not generic comments like high quality matte finish cover. Okay, no one's buying a book because it's got a high quality matte cover. Yeah, we need to bring the point of what a book is across to people. We need to get them feeling emotional, and we need to put them in their actual place of a potential person who's got your book, okay? And the way that we do that is we need to figure out the absolute best person, the best buyer to buy your book, your core audience. And once you've figured out who your best core audience is, you can ask yourself 2 questions. Why do they want your book, okay? And how is it going to make them feel when they have got your book, okay? And then if you tell them those 2 things, okay, you're more likely to make a sale. So let's do a little example on this. So this example is for a low content book and it's a parent wanting to improve their child's handwriting. Fairly basic, but this is what it's going to be, okay? So, why do they want this? They want the book because their children's handwriting isn't where it should be, or where they want it to be. So they've got a concern that their child's handwriting isn't meeting the required standard for their age, okay? So they've got a worry, okay, for that particular issue. So if your book is a handwriting book for children, how will that make that parent feel, okay? It's going to improve the child's handwriting and will make the parent feel like a better parent, won't it, okay? So what we want to do is we want to, in the book description, we want to get that feeling across to that particular parent, okay? And I wrote just a quick little couple of sentences here which I think will do that, okay? So it touches upon what the parent will be feeling, okay, and what the child will get out of it, okay? So you will be amazed at the progress your child will make with this fantastic handwriting book. It keeps their focus with fun animal word tracing while improving their fine motor skills at the same time. Their confidence in handwriting will skyrocket, and you will see the results through their beaming smiles on their faces. Yeah? Now that's a lot better than high quality matte finish cover, isn't it? Okay, so number 3. Follow the 80-20 rule. So what is the 80-20 rule? Okay. When you are doing outreach and you are doing your marketing to try and get people to be interested in your book via socials, or it could be via email marketing if you have an email list, okay? If you don't, just via socials, what is the 80-20 rule? So 80% of the content that you create needs to be valuable, okay? Right? And the other 20% is selling, yeah? 80% value, 20% selling, right? Because if it was the other way around, 80% selling to 20% value, people are not going to follow you and not be bothered, okay? So what we want to do is we want to sort of tell people about your particular niche or your particular book, whatever it is, and really get people interested in your brand, in your book, or whatsoever. And then once people are interested and you're getting follows, you're getting likes, you're getting people commenting, then we can start to feed in the product which we are trying to sell, okay? Now, people generally, when they create a book on Amazon KDP, think, I've created a book, now I'll just put a picture of the book onto socials and say, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. And what do people do? Scroll past. They do not care, right? What you need to do is you need to make them care in the brand first, and then we can start to say, oh, by the way, we do have a book for sale, guys, okay? And you'll get more sales doing that way because you've built the brand awareness to begin with. Okay, so number 4. Number 4 is double dip. I love a double dip, okay? So what does double dip mean? Well, it means reusing your books in multiple presentations across different platforms, right? So here's an example. If you have a paperback book, right, and let's just say it's a low content book, let's just say it's a puzzle book, right? You can have a paperback, and it's got all the keywords and kind of the description and all this kind of stuff, and you've got one Amazon page. Now, you can use that interior again and create a hardcover version, and then you can do a whole different set of metadata, which means you've got 2 opportunities to be found with the same book. So you've got 2 chances to sell rather than just one. You see what I'm saying, right? So if you've got, let's just say you've got a fantasy book, a high content fantasy book, and you've wrote a 100,000 word novel, okay? You can then create an ebook, you can then create a hardback, and you can also create an audiobook. Now you can create an audiobook for free through ACX if you want to royalty share with an audiobook creator. What I would say is with that is I would go through each presentation and have a different set of keywords, which is giving you a different potential avenue of selling the same book, okay, on Amazon KDP. Now, what you can also do is you can also take those books and you can sell them on, let's just say, Draft 2 Digital, which will then release your particular book onto say like iBooks, yeah, Kobo, Barnes and Noble, okay, and it stretches you across all the different platforms, which then gives you more opportunities to be bumped into to potentially make a sale, okay. Also, you could sell ebooks on Gumroad. You could do that as well, okay. And this is another cool one. Imagine that you were creating planners, low content books, or maybe colouring books or puzzle books, for instance, yeah? You could sell them as printables on Etsy, yeah? Now, you've already created the book. You've already got it there. All you simply would have to do is upload it as a digital product, yeah? Make sure it was printable, yeah, like on a nice presentation sort of A4. You would just transfer that across to Etsy, and then you've got potential to start making sales there too, okay? So, number 4, double dip. And finally, number 5, build trust with freebies, okay? So as self-publishers, we do not have the automatic trust which the traditionally published authors get, because they've got the large marketing departments, they've got the nice gondolas at the end of, as they're saying, world's best book, this is the best book ever, or what's it called, Walmart, if it's in America for my American watchers, this is the world's best book. So browsers will look and say, that must be the world's best book, I'm going to buy it. Now, as self-publishers, we don't have that luxury, okay? So what I found is the best thing to do is to give browsers an easy route to entry, okay? So we remove the price barrier, okay? So they don't want to give us their money yet, okay? So what we do is we remove that barrier to entry, and we just give them something for free to begin with. If they like the quality, chances are they will then go through to buy the book, okay? So a freebie is basically a free short story if you are a fiction author. If you are a low content creator, you could create kind of like a checklist. And the checklist could be kind of a checklist to do X, Y, Z sort of thing in your particular niche. Do you know what I mean? Let's just say that you're making a baby logbook, yeah, for sort of feedings and things like that. What you could do is you could create a list, a checklist, 10 things that you definitely need before your baby is born, or something like that, you know what I mean? And this is just stuff that I'm coming off the top of my head here. Now, the key to this freebie is ensuring that the freebie is high quality, enough to convince someone and build trust that they will then go and buy the book. But what you also need to do is you need to include that universal book link, either as a QR code that can be scanned via a device to take someone through to the correct Amazon store so they can one-click buy, or if it's an ebook, a clickable link so they can do the same thing, yeah? So they've been given the freebie, they've built the trust because they like it, and now they are being taken through to the book which we are selling, yeah? And hopefully, if we've done everything right, we will make a sale and you'll start to make some sales. Okay, so those are my 5 easy ways to make more sales on Amazon KDP. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, leave it a like, and if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments below. Now, if you have got to this part in the video, I would like you to leave a comment below, just simply saying KDP Ninja. Then I will know that you've watched it all the way to the end, and you will become a very important person to me. Please remember to join the self-publishing help group that we've got, which again will be in the description of this video. And until next time, bye. When you look on Amazon. This might be pretty obvious, isn't it? It may seem pretty obvious. Opportunities, okay? And what I want, wider world. You can even put in that, but that's the second part. But that's the first part of making it easy for you to buy. Book link, particular. Once you have found writing isn't it's going to improve the how will that make? Love a double dip. Oh, God. Right. Leave me a comment. Okay. Now,